Hi guys, Samantha here from Doing the Breast I Can, and today's video is kind of in response to some of the comments and feedback I've been receiving, more importantly the negative comments and feedback I've been receiving. When I started this channel, I knew that there would be a little bit of backlash from people who didn't support breastfeeding, because there are those people out there who think that breastfeeding is unnatural and that everybody should just be giving the bottle. And then I also expected some of the inappropriate comments that I'm getting from men and other people, because that's just the world we live in, unfortunately. So I came into this expecting that. I expected some people to be unhappy with what I was doing, and the fact that I was doing it in such a public platform. But what I didn't expect was the amount of people who support breastfeeding but did not support my journey, did not support me in particular in my journey with breastfeeding. And it was really shocking how many personal attacks I was receiving about the way I was feeding my child or the way I was choosing to feed my child. I just want to tell you a little bit about the videos I've put up so far. A lot of them have been in this very spot, in this chair, and with this lighting, because it's the best lighting I have available to me. And so a lot of it, as I've said in my videos, if you actually watch my videos, you'll see that a lot of the things that I'm showing you are very new to me, and it's just things that I have tried or am learning, and I want to show you my struggles and how I'm learning them. So people are like, well, you look uncomfortable, you look awkward, you look stressed. Well, not only is making videos stressful, but these are new practices that I'm using to try to encourage and grow my breastfeeding relationship with my son. So this video is to show you what a typical breastfeeding session looks like these days. And so it's not in this chair, it's not in the best lighting I have available. There are a lot of stopping and starting of the recording, and I don't want you to think I'm hiding anything. I had the camera in one hand and I'm trying to record what I'm doing, and breastfeeding sometimes is a two-handed thing. So when I couldn't prop the phone up under my chin and do whatever I needed to do, I had to stop recording. But this is pretty indicative of what a breastfeeding session looks like for us. I do still have to supplement, but I usually don't have to supplement while I'm breastfeeding. I can do a whole breastfeeding session and it satisfies him. It just doesn't satisfy him for very long, and I'll have to follow up with a formula or donor milk bottle within half an hour to an hour after finishing a feed. But it's able to satisfy him now to where he's not crying the whole time, and we've built this relationship where he is comfortable attaching to the breast. So that's what I'm going to show now, and then I'm going to come back and address some of these comments.
Hi, sweet pants. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Oh, this is really hard to do with the camera. There you go. There my baby go. The camera's distracting him. This is not a stressed out baby. This is a happy baby. This is a happy baby. Oh yeah, you did, Darcy. You a happy baby? I'm a happy baby. He's my happy baby. Yeah.
All right, guys. So I'm going to read you some of the comments. Now, some of these people, they came at me angrily, and then when I had a conversation with them, they kind of backed up and realized the struggle I was going through and that I did have my son's best interest. So I'm not going to name any names because that's just not fair. Some of these women are coming from a point of love or what misguided love. But I just want to kind of address some of these comments that I'm receiving. So we're going to start with this one. This person says, "Poor little guy. He obviously doesn't like the breast. Why not pump and give him a bottle? Not all babies like the breast. He is so much more content with a bottle." Well, not poor little guy. Okay, babies cry. And sometimes feedings are stressful and sometimes they're not. And that happens with anything. Sometimes he wails when I'm changing his diaper. Should I just leave him in a wet diaper? No. Yes, he's more content with a bottle because he developed nipple preference because I had to supplement in his first few days of life. And it is easier for him to drink out of the bottle, and drinking out of the breast is going to be hard, and that's why I'm doing all these different techniques to make the transition easier. And as you saw in that video, it is much easier than it was at the beginning. Another one, and this one's just hateful. "You naive woman, take a look at this sexual exciting for hungry man, you God, my God, you are neglect woman." I'm going to give her benefit of the doubt and hope that English is her second language. I'm not naive, and I understand what is happening with the men on my page, but if I can help one woman, I will take 50 of those other comments. And I delete the ones that are, you know, too much, and I ignore the ones that are just borderline. And so yeah, I'm not naive. I see it and I understand it. That is not the point of this page, but it is going to happen. So, okay, another comment. "Are you crazy? That baby is so frustrated. He loves that bottle. Something is wrong with your breast. He is hungry. Who gave you this stupid information? You are not a professional. He is truly fighting you. You don't need to show your big, out-of-shape breasts on YouTube. Men are making fun of you." Okay, well, I don't care what men are doing. I don't care if they're making fun of me. Yes, my breasts are misshapen. If you watched any of my videos, you would understand why. I have a condition that is like elephantitis, and my breasts will never stop growing until I die. And they are misshapen because of surgery. And I'm trying to overcome the trauma that has happened because of that surgery. I am not crazy. And yes, he's frustrated. And yeah, he loves the bottle. Yes, something is wrong with my breasts. I have never denied that. That is what this is about. There is something wrong with my breast, and I'm trying to overcome it. And I'm trying to build my milk supply. If you would watch my videos and open your mind a little, you would understand that. And I am not stupid. And I'm not a professional. But who gave me this stupid information? Was my international board certified lactation consultant. And then I even checked up with my pediatrician, and both of them are on board. The only person who is not on board with this besides you guys is my OBGYN, and the only reason he is not on board is because he wants me to treat my polycystic ovarian syndrome. Oh, that was hard to say, sorry. My PCOS, and that would involve me stopping breastfeeding and taking estrogen pills. And I'm not ready to do that because I can only breastfeed my son for so long, whereas I can treat my PCOS the rest of my life. So other than my OBGYN, who has my best intentions at heart, his pediatrician, and my board certified lactation consultant are all on board, and these are techniques they have taught me and want me to try. This is my second and last comment. Stop torturing your baby. You can see the stress in your face and how you handle him. The constant back and forth does not let him or you relax. Feeding is supposed to be a very non-stressful time, and it is anything but that. It appears you want to breastfeed more than he does. I get it. I've nursed 3. However, if it isn't happening, fed is best. And I agree, fed is best, and I've said that before. If you have to use formula, then use formula. If you want to use formula and you don't want to breastfeed, you are doing what you want to do with your child because it is your child, and this is my child. And yes, breastfeeding is not going great, but it is going, and there may be a day when I have to give it up, and I will, but he is healthy, he is strong, he is thriving, so what we're doing is working, and I will continue to do it until he shows signs of it not working. The frustration, yes, that was everything I've recorded so far has been new techniques, things that I'm just learning, have been using for a day or a few days or a few hours in some instances. I'm just showing you what I learn as I learn it. I am not a professional. I will never claim to be a professional, but this is my best advice, and take it with a grain of salt. Torturing my baby? He cried a little, he whined a little, but I don't think I was torturing him. And as the video I just showed has shown, it's working. And he is not an unhappy baby in any stretch of the imagination. And then this one, if I was your baby, I would be depressed from bottle to boob. If you were my baby, you would be depressed. Well, I'm glad you're not my baby. And there's a chance my baby will be depressed, but it's not going to be because it's from bottle to boob. It's because of genetic predisposition to being depressed. Okay, this one isn't necessarily a negative comment, but it's just another showcase of people who are, you know, encouraging me to stop. I appreciate your tenacity to get him to take the breast. If it is not working for him, don't keep frustrating him. He's going to relate feeding with frustration. Let him drink the formula until he is satisfied. He is telling you what he wants. Sometimes in life, if things are not meant to be, then they are not meant to be. I had open heart surgery, a lot of scar tissue. It was excruciatingly painful for my daughter to breastfeed and for me to try and pump milk. It was not what I wanted, but I had to give in, and formula did just fine. My daughter is 18 years old now and very healthy, happy young woman. Give your baby and yourself a rest. Yes, I agree you can learn from frustration. Another way to learn from frustration is to find a solution. It's about what's best for him. When he is hungry, let him eat. Stopping him every few seconds to put him on the breast can't be good. I know when I am hungry, if someone kept stopping me and giving me something I didn't like, I would not learn to like it. I would become angry. And this person, I definitely feel the love in this comment. I'm not hateful towards this person. I feel no ill will towards this person. And their advice is very sound, and I do appreciate it. I do understand that the frustration can be a bad thing, and I don't want him to associate anything negative with feeding. As you can see from the feeding I just showed, that's more of a typical feeding. It's a very loving, calm, interactive relationship between himself and I. Just the act of recording sometimes throws it off, plus we were showing new techniques. And the whole point of feeding him the bottle and then moving to the breast is actually to reduce his frustration, because he is able to nurse. However, it's not fast enough for him because he has gotten used to a fast pace. And I feel your pain, and I understand with your scar tissue and what you went through. And I'm feeling that too, but it is working for us. And if I can move towards a breastfed relationship solely with my child, I'm going to do everything I can to move towards that. And if it comes to a time where he just can't handle it anymore, and we don't have moments like I just showed where we are calm and happy and he's getting satisfied, then I will give up on breastfeeding. I will continue to be an advocate for breastfeeding, and I know that I don't have to breastfeed to be an advocate. But with all that being said, I just hope that this video addresses some concerns mothers have out there. And even if you are concerned about the way I'm feeding my child and you want to comment on that, you can come at me more like the last woman who came from a place of understanding and compassion. And she didn't come from a place of hate and anger and ugliness, insulting me, insulting my breast, insulting the way I look. I've deleted some comments where they were like, keep your nasty breast out of your child's face. No wonder he doesn't want it. No wonder he doesn't want your big nasty breast or big dirty breast or big gross breast. Ouch. I mean, luckily my skin is thick, but dang. Can we be a little more supportive and build up women? How many women out there have stopped breastfeeding because a mother-in-law or a mom or a cousin or a coworker has said, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to your baby? It would be so much easier to give formula. Yeah, it would be. But you know what it's not? It's not natural. It's not wrong, but it's not natural. It's not what our bodies were designed for. And the people who are saying I'm selfish, a little, yeah. I don't want to pay for formula. I just spent $20 on formula. That is not going to last me a week. I honestly cannot afford it. I understand there's government assistance out there and I'm in the process of getting it, but it's expensive. And breastfeeding can be free. I will give up if I have to, but I don't feel like I'm there yet. So yeah, I'm a little selfish. I want a breastfeeding relationship with my son. I want to not have to buy formula. I want to give him the best start in life. Breastfeeding, yes, formula is equal to breast, but it's not the same. There are living bacteria in my breast that are talking to him, and you know, if he's sick or if he has a special need, my breast can respond and produce what he needs. So I'm not ready to give up. And I would really appreciate if I could get a little less judgment and a little more support, because that's what we need to do as women. We need to build each other up, not break each other down. We need to celebrate our achievements and mourn in our losses and be there for each other as an international community of women who are empowering women. And that is the whole point of my channel, is to empower women to make whatever decision they need, whether it's formula, whether it's breastfed, whether it's combi-fed, whether it's donor milk, whether they use a milk nurse. I'm sure somebody out there is still doing that. I just want every woman to know that her decision and her journey is her own. And I support her, and I will always support her, and this page will always be a safe haven for those people. And I'm sorry if I got a little long-winded in this. I just really want people to understand I'm not torturing my baby. He may be frustrated. He was especially frustrated in some of those videos. That's what raising a baby is about. Sometimes they're not going to be able to be calm no matter what you do, no matter if it's on the breast or the bottle. I've had days where he wouldn't nurse and he wouldn't take the bottle for hours on end. And then, you know, all of a sudden he would take it back. As my nipple aversion video showed, he went on a breastfeeding strike on one breast for an entire day. And then he's back. The breast I was nursing on in this very video is the one he was refusing last week. Obviously, what I'm doing is working. And the only way to build my milk supply is to continue to breastfeed. And once I build, if I can build my milk supply, then I will be a exclusive breastfed mother. If not, I will be a combi-fed mother until it is no longer beneficial to my child or myself, and then I will be a formula-fed mother. And I am working with his pediatrician and my lactation consultant, and we will decide together as a team what is best for him. He is thriving. He is stronger than most kids his age. He is a large but not overweight baby, and I am very proud of myself as a mother, and nothing you can say or do will take that pride away from me. For everybody out there who is not a hater, I hate saying that, it sounds so childish, so juvenile. Thank you so much for your support. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Find me on Facebook and Instagram under the same name, Doing the Breast I Can. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time.